Hi, welcome to 21 Cubed. The Bridge welcomes you to join with us on a 21-day journey through the book of John.
Day 7, John 7. Where there is water, there is life. I definitely do not have a green thumb when it comes to gardening. I think it goes back to my junior high science experiment of trying to grow radishes in paper cups. They never sprouted, so I gave up gardening as a lifelong pursuit. Maybe the fact that I forgot to water them on a regular basis had something to do with their lack of growth. In John 7, Jesus talks about water and people's need for spiritual water like he did in John 4 with the woman at the well. The scene is different than in John 4, when Jesus talked with the Samaritan woman. That encounter was out of public view, one-on-one with a woman who should have been an enemy of Christ but finds him to be the Messiah. In John 7, Jesus is in downtown Jerusalem, at the temple where everyone is looking for him. Crowds were everywhere. Some of the people wanted to worship him. Some were trying to hunt him down like a common criminal. Jesus was not expected to show up for the Festival of Tabernacles or the Feast of Shelters. The festival was an annual celebration at the end of September or beginning of October, kind of like the Jewish version of Thanksgiving. It was a time of celebration of God's leading and guidance for the Jews while they were wandering in the wilderness for 40 years. They would build temporary shelters out of tree branches and palm fronds to stay in during the festival to remind them of the way their ancestors lived in their desert wanderings. Jesus told his disciples he was going to skip the celebration and keep a low profile because his time had not yet come. John 7:6. One of the highlights of the festival week was each day priests would take a golden pitcher to the pool of Siloam, fill it with water, and bring it back to the temple to be poured out on the altar before the Lord. The water was symbolic of the water which God caused to flow out of a rock in Exodus 17. While the priests were bringing the water to the temple, the people would follow and quote Isaiah 12:3. With joy you will draw water from the wells of salvation. Little did they realize the fountainhead of salvation was the Christ who had come. Jesus had come to the festival, and on the last day he publicly stood and cried out, "Let anyone who is thirsty come to me and drink. Whoever believes in me, as Scripture has said, rivers of living water will flow from within them." John 7:37-38. Jesus was the well of salvation right in their midst. The crowd was split on their acceptance of Christ. Some said he was a prophet, and some said he was a demon. Those that accepted him drank in from the wells of salvation. They enjoyed relationship with the one who gave them living water. On Highway 5, heading south in the great San Joaquin Valley, are signs along the road which say, "Food grows where water flows." The same is true for each of us in our relationship with Jesus Christ. We will grow when Jesus flows in our life. When we allow Jesus full access to our lives, rivers of living water will flow from us. Our lives will be refreshed and renewed by the Spirit of Christ. When we seek him daily, he will fulfill our lives like nothing else can. The secret is to seek him daily. You have to be watered daily in the Word and in prayer, unlike my poor radishes.